All right, guys, we're just getting set up here. There he is. CNBC. Just start my goal. There we go. Let's create a poll too. Guys, we got to get into this. I was just trading CWD. Just made $285 on it. That might have been one of my worst trades I've ever made. we bought 500 shares at 11. Sold off to 9. Almost cut loss. Then held and bounced to 13. Had to cut early. But all good, all good. Let's see here. Just get a few things set up before we do the WAP. Do the live stream, all that. There we go. All right, sweet. Jaeyoung, do me a favor. I'm live streaming on TikTok. I just want to see if it's working. Can you let me know if it's working? And then also, I want to see here. I think we're able to live stream here as well. Let me see here. Just give me one sec. We got that going on. I just want to see if I can give out memberships today. I think I can once a month. So I think that'd be pretty cool. Here we go. Just double checking it right now. Oh, so the chart is sideways? There's got to be a way I can switch this then. Maybe I gotta... That's kind of annoying. I didn't realize that. I thought you could turn it. This is how you know I'm new to TikTok Live. Alright, but let's, yeah, maybe I could turn it then. Let me see if I can do that. Let's see here. If I don't turn it, let me see here. Yeah, it's sideways on here. Sorry about that. Let me see. This is how you know I'm new at this. There's got to be a way to turn it. Let me see. Let's just start. Let's just continue. Honestly, guys, in the TikTok, I could turn it, but you're not going to see the whole chart. So I feel like this is, until we get this figured out, this is what we got. Because we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on TikTok. Let's just roll with it. All right, let's break down some levels. Let's get into it. You can also jump on the YouTube as well. I have the YouTube live stream. Just look me up, Trading Simplified. You'll see it there. We have plenty on there for you guys as well. And I was just checking to see if I can give out some memberships, which would be pretty cool. Let me just check this out. Engage your audience. Because on the live chat on YouTube, I'm able to hand out some free memberships every month. So I feel like that's kind of nice. Here we go, membership gifting. Oh, I can send 5 of them out this month, so that's cool. So we'll wait till we have a little bit more traction, and then we will definitely do that as well. Sweet. Cool. All right, let's go. So let's just get into it. Let's go over the levels. Guys, CWD, I've been trading. I'm going to stay away from it now. I'm up I made 278 on it. Definitely more riskier, that trade. I almost got killed on it. I don't normally trade pennies, but I decided to. And it almost cost me like $2,000. That's why I usually stick to the big caps. But you will see here, looking at these guys, that's CWD. Now I had a nice bull flag forming up here, and then blasted up to 13. But now we are basically, when it comes to the pennies, the stock levels are a little bit harder to map out. But we got to see, is it going to hold this $11 flat right now? We're going to find out as the live stream continues. That is the new benchmark that needs to be held here. But let's break down the Qs, and let's break down the big caps. They're basically just got the #1 gift badge. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not the best at this with the TikTok. This is the first time doing a live TikTok stream. What I'm gonna do is most likely I'm gonna live stream on TikTok at the bell just to have it up, but I gotta fix this camera. So if you guys can bear with me, we'll keep it this way. But then when we go live for the actual market, I'll try to fix the camera a little bit. You probably won't see the whole screen, but you'll be able to see what matters. But let's go over some levels that are most important right now. Let's break down the Qs, and I think this is what's more important right now. Guys, we're trading at all-time highs on the Qs right now. The Qs, triple Q, for those of you that are new, if you're holding this long-term, completely fine. But if you're like me and you're day trading, you really need to pay attention. If you're trading big caps, which is mainly what I trade, you want to look out for what the Qs are doing. What is the NASDAQ doing? It is making all-time highs at 584. What we need to see here for continuation of your big tech stocks, your Apple, your Meta, Amazon, is we need to hold this 580 level. This is a must hold. If we could hold that 580 and then get bounces on the top, that's what we're looking for right here. So this is what we're looking for here, all right, guys? So we're gonna hold this Qs. If 580 holds, beautiful. But really what's coming down to it is these earnings, when you look at stocks like Oracle that just had their earnings, they're not even pumping out good numbers, but because their guidance is so strong that they are guiding out, they're blasting up to the moon, as you can see here, where Oracle went from 237 to 318. This is pretty massive considering this is where it went. This is a 34% push up, which is pretty wild. So definitely be cautious here. If you're trading Oracle, looking at Oracle on this 5-year chart, we're trading at the moon at this point. We are at all-time highs in an unknown territory. If you get pullbacks at Oracle, where I'm looking for is this $300 whole dollar level. Whenever you trade something that is to the moon, you have to look for a whole dollar, half dollar level, like 300, 250, 400. That's what we're looking for with Oracle. Let's break down Tesla because I think Tesla has a ways to go right now. It is in an uptrend. It has held this line beautifully. Let's get rid of these lines so it's not as confusing for you guys. And when you're looking at Tesla, we have these bounces at 300, 320, 335, and now we are retesting 335. If we can get above 360, your next resistance is 368. I just want you to look at the 1-year chart just so you can get an idea here. If you break this 368 level, there's nothing else. That means Tesla is going to keep shooting up. I appreciate you being the #1 gift badge. I'm not even sure how the gifts work on TikTok because this is my first time doing it. So I appreciate you guys sending. I'm not even sure what that really means when you're the #1 gift badge, but I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Anyways, moving into this. Tesla has to break 368 overall to be to be totally bullish, make a breakout, and then we can finally make moves up to $400 per share. Until then, we are on an uptrend, but we are still trying to get above this first resistance level at $358, followed by 368. We're going to mark it just at the highs. And when you're day trading, you really want to stay focused on the weekly and the monthly. I like to use the weekly, the monthly, and then the 3 months to really mark it out. So if you look here, you'll see me constantly, I'm going on the 3-month right now. I can see that we've had previous resistance at this point at 368. This is showing me the next time it's going to get up to this level, it's going to struggle. So looking here If we can get above 358, we bounce above, we consolidate, we push back into the last resistance zone, which is 368. I really do believe that Tesla does have a good chance of blowing up here. So definitely be cautious. Watch for that fake out. Looking for shorts or puts at this 358 until we prove that we can break it. So where to buy Tesla? Honestly, I'm looking at holding the 350 level, or what you can do is look at this buy zone right here. We have bounced off of this trend on the 3-month, looking around $342 for a bounce. Now, if you want true momentum, I think what you really need to do is look for this part right here. Look for 350 to hold. Look for the push up to 358. Guys, UNH, if you haven't heard of my WAP, Jay Young is a part of it. He'll message on the TikTok. He'll message on the YouTube live stream. He'll vouch for it. We have a bunch of group of guys on this that we've been calling this out for the last month. We have shares it in the YouTube portfolio. You can see it, whether you're a member or you just want to watch the free videos. You can see that we are holding UNH, and we are up a pretty penny right now because we have a cost base of 280. We're up over 30% on this, which is an excellent play right now. Now, trading UNH, besides all the fun advertisements that we just did, looking at this right here, UNH had resistance at these levels at $328 per share. If we're lucky, I don't know if we're going to see this, but if we're lucky, we get a pullback to $330 per share. The reason we're calling this level out is you can see it right here. If 330 holds, we pull back all the way to where it had resistance last month. Now you see 330 held. 330 resistance right here, 330 resistance right here. You have 2 points of resistance. We pull back to this level. That's what we need to see right here. We got to get 330 pullback to get back in this for a push higher. Now, you may say, oh, 15 points, that's huge. But when you actually think about UNH, that's only a 4% pullback. Not a big deal, 4% pullback, looking for that. So UNH, looking for 330 pullback to go long. Tesla must hold 350, 342, last line of support. We're going to put that in the YouTube chat. That's what I'm better at, is doing the YouTube chat. And now next we're going to move over to Microsoft. Guys, Microsoft was another example that when a stock breaks out of its long-term trend, look at, this is the 5-year chart. When you break out of this long-term trend right here, how we were just going like this, now that it's broken through, it starts floating into outer space basically, because the overall high was about 463, and then it continued to drift up. Now that we are finally showing some consolidation at this $500 level, I personally like this level. If you are looking to day trade or buy options, not to buy long term, I have Microsoft at a 300 cost basis right now. If I'm day trading this, I want to see, can Microsoft hold this level? We have clear levels of resistance bouncing at 500, resistance 500, bounced up to 560, had a nice healthy pullback from 561 all the way down to 11%, which is a healthy pullback for a big cap like this. Yeah, so now we're doubling up the live streams. We're trying to get this channel out there. I think the more people that see the channel will see that how much it's worth it. And honestly, this is just a free live stream, so it's beautiful. So here we go. So Microsoft, I'm looking for bounces back at this $500 level. And what you need to do is keep your eyes on the Qs. That's why I always start off with the NASDAQ, the Qs. If Qs pulls back to 580 and you start seeing it hold, look for Microsoft, see if you get that pullback to 500. If it starts to hold, that's your long position. We're going to break into what's eventually going to be Magnificent 8, which is going to be AVGO. I'm going to call that out here on the live stream. I really believe that Broadcom is going to be the next FANG stock that they add to it. Looking at this stock, we can see that we are trading above the channel at this point. So we were trading in this trend, and now we're above, and now we are consolidating. What we really want to see is yesterday, there were pullbacks to about $336 per share. I'm just going to get rid of that line to make it a little easier for you guys to see. What we need to see here is this 336 hold. If we can get a 336 hold, max would be 333. I don't want to see it pull back that much. It has to get above $350. It is looking very strong right now. But if I'm going to buy puts on this or short this, where do you think I'm going to short this? We have 3 levels of consolidation around 350 to 353. Looking at that. So AVGO 353 resistance. We're going to put that right in there. 353 resistance and then go from there. Right now you are trading in this zone of 315 to 350. Let's just see where it goes from here. Next stock, NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a stock that I always say you really shouldn't, I mean, you could trade it, but I would definitely try to hold this stock, not day trade it. But right now I understand if you don't want to hold, because year to date we're up $86 all the way up to 84. You got to put that into perspective. You're 107% up right now. For me, I'm not buying shares in NVIDIA long term at $176 per share, but if I am day trading it, I want to see this hold at $171 per share. We have finally entered this zone. We got out of this zone. We're trading right in here now. And guys, this is not rocket science. If you're feeling FOMO and you're day trading, you need to stick to your levels. Stick to your levels. Watch for this. Look for the pullbacks. If you have previous support levels, you can follow a stop loss. So that's really the key when you're day trading. If we get a pullback back to 172 and the level fails and continues, you cut your loss. That's how it goes if you're going to buy long right here. All right. All right, so here we go. So now we did NVIDIA, Google stock. We called this out in April around $140 per share. We have shares at 160. Let's just see how much we're up on that in the YouTube portfolio. You can access that on the YouTube channel. We're up 50% on that right now, which is awesome. Let's look at MU because Google, I'm just going to hold on to it. I'm not selling the position. Wow, I didn't realize MU. Wow, is there a catalyst for MU, Jae Young, that it just blasted off to the moon? That's pretty incredible. Appreciate you guys. I just realized you can interact on TikTok. I didn't know you could do this. You could say hi. So I'm just saying hi. All right, here we go. So looking at the 1 year here. Yeah, I don't see any news on it though. That's the thing. What this is the thing when you look at this. Okay, here we go. MU after high bandwidth memory demand sparks guidance upgrade. Honestly, it gets a little worrisome. You see these stocks really blowing up. It's definitely very interesting. I'm going to go over the 3 stocks that the top 3 stocks that I'm watching to day trade today. I trade a lot of big caps, so I'll throw in a 4th stock for you because one of the stocks that we like to day trade, especially in the WAP, is BBAI. BBAI is a stock that we day trade. I like to be patient with these guys. I like to buy them around to $4.70. If I can get it even lower, around $4, I would like that. But remember, this is a fade play, and this is like you're strictly playing AI for this. And right now, yeah, that's Jae Young's girlfriend. Yeah, everybody's loading up on MU. Yeah, it's very true. So BBAI, if we cannot hold this $4.75, cut your loss. But at least you have a firm level that you'd be playing this at. If we do break $4.75, look for moves down to $4. That's what I'll be calling out on that. All right, and then next, let's see here. Next stock that we're actually going to be looking to day trade, AVGO for me is something that I'm going to be watching. We already went over the levels, but just to give you perspective of what I'm looking at as a big cap trader, I'm looking for pullbacks. I'm just going the 5-day here. I'm looking for pullbacks to $337 per share, looking for the previous day's low. Now, when you day trade and you scalp, I mainly scalp. I do some swing trading, as you can see in the YouTube portfolio. But I'm looking for that. I'm looking for this pullback here. If we can get that pullback to 335 level, that would be a thing of beauty. It's not that much of a pullback. It means that SMH Semiconductors get the pullback 3%, not bad. And if you are trading NVIDIA, if you're trading AMD, You need to watch SMH, the semiconductor. This should be on your screen when you're day trading, because this is going to allow you to see, is the market in semiconductor strong or is it weak? All right, so when you're looking at SMH, we are day trading between, the levels are 281 up to 300. All right, I'm keeping this level here because we had previous resistance zones. We had touch points exactly right here at 300, another one right here at 298, and all around that 297 to 300 range. So we need to see, are we going to break at the open or are we going to hit 302 and just fail? So be cautious, watch your levels, see what it does at the open. Are we going to hold? That's definitely important with that. Yeah, I like your small risk allocation to the BBI stock, Jay Young. If you guys don't, I don't know if you can see it on the TikTok if you're on it, but Jay Young is showing, you know, on the YouTube. If you go on my live stream on the YouTube, you can see that we have shares of BBI, etc. And just trying to keep that risk management. If you're doing risky stocks like this one, I'm going to trade probably at the open, CWD. That is something that I'm very interested in trading. And it just is so volatile and you can get in and out. This is like one of the few small caps that I'll definitely be trying to trade. But look, it broke this $10 level. It's on the fade move. Let's see if it pulls back. If we can get a pullback to about $9 per share, I'm going to take a stab at this thing. I'm probably going to lose money again because that's what almost happened the other day when I held this overnight. We were down almost 50% on it. Pretty crazy. So just got the number 3 gift badge. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm not sure what the gift badges even mean, but I appreciate you guys sending me gifts. Thank you guys so much. That's how you know I'm new to this TikTok. I got over 50 followers on it, so it allowed me to live stream, which I thought was pretty cool. So I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And definitely please jump over to the YouTube channel. You get a better view of the live stream. Guys, let's go over Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin is in an uptrend. Bitcoin is bouncing up. I've been waiting for entries around $100,000 to buy, but right now we're just going to continue watching it, looking at the 5-year right here. It is in this uptrend right now, especially with everything that's going on and the support of crypto. I could see it keep going. I want to go over XRP, ETH, and Solana because those are big holdings I like to hold. XRP is holding at $3 per share, but what you need to be aware of is we are trading on the 6-month chart. This is the wedge. So you see this wedge right here? This is the consolidation zone that we are trading in. It's very important to pay attention to. So watch that. If we break above 310, I think we can get to that level right there, which would be nice. I want to go over Ethereum as well. Ethereum is trading at 4,300. Ethereum and XRP, I am just continuing to load up my accounts. You can look at my YouTube channel. I got the Gemini referral code if you want. I buy XRP. We buy some ETH. Bitcoin, I try to stay away from because it's a little expensive right now. And then Solana as well, which we definitely enjoy. Let's see here. Solana is trading in this trend. As long as it continues this trend above 190 right here, which you can see right here, that is really where I am looking to continuously add shares. All right, let's see here. Let me just want to log into this too as well. What other stocks we got? Guys, I bought this stock. This is not financial advice. I bought this stock. I've been getting killed on it. I have its shares at $3.35. We got 1,000 shares. We got about 3,000 in it. This is RR. We are dying in this stock right now. We're still holding. We were down to $2.37. This is why I kind of mainly trade big caps. When you're trading these big caps, I feel like this doesn't happen as often where you buy and it just sells off 50% in one day. That's kind of what's been happening, I noticed. So I feel like when it comes to these small caps, you got to buy and just sell immediately if you're up. It's kind of what it feels like. But looking at the 5-day here, we are holding this $3 level. We have to see if this doesn't hold, then this is all a wash. But $3 must maintain this level. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble here. So if $3 doesn't hold, then it's just going to break lower and probably head down to 250. But if we do hold and we support $3, I could see it move up to 340 and then we'll see where it goes from there. UNH stock, I'm looking for that pullback. I want that pullback to 330. Qs, I want to see, are we going to hold the 580 level? We got to hold this level up here. That would be nice. CWD, I'm going to watch this. It's actually coming down to the level I want to buy at. Let me just see if I can log on real quick on my other computer. Let me just... All right, guys, I'm going to end the live stream here. I'll be live streaming again back on when the market opens. I'll try to fix the TikTok so it's, I don't know why it's showing like this where it's opposite. There's got to be a way you can fix this thing. Let me see. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's got to be a way. But all right, guys, I'll be back on the TikTok and be back on the live stream in about 20 minutes. And then we'll trade the open. Let's see how that goes. I don't even know how to end this live stream. That's the other thing. How do you end this live stream?